us about your kind of songs. What's your objective?
Just to enlighten the people's mind, and to remind them of where we've been and where we are and where we need to go. There's somebody always has to be there with something positive. There's a lot of negativity on the radio right now, all around the world, and TV. So I wanted to be the positive, one of the positive things that people can watch and listen to. Try to get a job today, but when it's to the application, them say, if this is where you really reside, please step outside. She asked them why, and they replied, we don't want no trouble, no. We don't want no trouble, no day. Cause lady, where you come from, people die there every day. And for our safety, that's where you should stay.
Thank you very much for your time, Ethan.
Man, MC Chinaman this man. I tell the people, man, say, watch a program, Yeah, man, Damian Phillips, every night, live. Check.
Hey, tell us about your kind of songs. What's your objective?
Just to enlighten the people's mind, and to remind them of where we've been and where we are and where we need to go. There's somebody always has to be there with something positive. There's a lot of negativity on the radio right now, all around the world, and TV. So I wanted to be the positive, one of the positive things that people can watch and listen to. Try to get a job today, but when it's to the application, them say, if this is where you really reside, please step outside. She asked them why, and they replied, we don't want no trouble, no. We don't want no trouble, no day. Cause lady, where you come from, people die there every day. And for our safety, that's where you should stay.
Thank you very much for your time, Ethan.
Man, MC Chinaman this man. I tell the people, man, say, watch a program, Yeah, man, Damian Phillips, every night, live. Check.
Lifestyle, rated M for mature. Hosted by Damian Phillips. It's informative, provocative, and unconventional. Hosted by Damian Phillips. Lifestyle. You're listening to
I see them
DP.
coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I hear them talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, what you doing? Don't you see what they have done to Bedouin and Marcus, Jesus, and all of the prophets? But I'm not afraid, no. No, I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid, no. If them a come, let them come, cause I'm protected by the Most High One. They don't mind when you fall behind and can't pay your bills on time. Prostituting and standing in a them government line. No, and prostituting and standing in a them government line. No, and prostituting and standing in a them government line. No, and they don't mind when you waste your time coming up with some stupid lines, influencing the youth them for snort a line and take a life. And they don't mind when you're locked up in jail, can't get no bail, sentence for life. I can't see your youth them strive. No,
They don't mind, but I'm not ashamed.
No,
He's afraid or ashamed.
no,
So good evening and let me welcome you to Lifestyle. My name is Damian Phillips. I'm back from my producer, Miss Nikisha Strawn. Let me say welcome. We're there, you're done. Another night, and I saw some numbers running up a while ago. I'm like, yeah, thing a shot. But what me don't understand, how some people feel so comfortable to watch the show at night and not even say, let me share the video, let me share the link. Like, you not really that selfish. You just want to enjoy the show all by your lonesome. You don't think, just like how you're enjoying it, you may have friends who may say, no man, me like what me hear or me like what me see. And yeah man, share the link. Share the link, people, on your page. Peter Scott, big up yourself, brother. Big up yourself. Ethernet, how you doing? Good evening to you. Alright, what are we looking at? Donna, I saw you early. Big up yourself. Sean, boss, type on I time them the man and say something, Reggie. The man just watch his show there. The man and say, I think, Reggie. How you do it? I don't know. Maybe actually me love chat. Like when me I listen to all some talk show and I send in something and then I read it, me I want bex with all the hosts, and sometimes I bat them up. Me I say, yo, what? I don't read people comment and all of these things. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just can't sit to just watch and don't do nothing. So I'm wearing my Labor Right shirt tonight. Can you see it? Yep. I'm in my green. I have to make light of this. So I saw this morning, I woke up to the Observer, I think it was, don't quote me on that though, that the PMP have taken issues with the JLP because they're saying by supplying the police with some motorbike, there was some politics at play. And it's because the bikes are green. So may I say, so from anything green, because to me think the green where the Labor Right them use don't look not like this, and I kind of like the color with, because it really, this is kind of like more mustard-ish, but the on the screen it is looking close to what the bikes look like, or the vests, and you must see it. And I'm like, no, seriously, nothing else that they in Jamaica for talk about, like nothing else, like seriously. The color of the motorbikes is partisan, and the JLP shouldn't have got no green bikes. And I heard Fitz Jackson try to explain his position, and he was saying that if his government was in power and they were getting anything close to orange, he would have said no, he would have objected it because the public office of the... I'm like, so Peter Scott, who is here, I think he commented when I shared it today, and he said, but he balance, because all of them cut out blue scene police, so every single police in Jamaica now who wear his uniform have them red on them side, which that me learned earlier too. PMP's color is not red, PMP color is orange. You understand me? But I just think it's just bull, if you ask me. I think it's just crazy. I think it's nonsense. I think, me no know. I say, me start talking now, people can brand me up and call me Labor Right, because me I say, yeah, the opposition supposed to be doing their job, but it can't be petty. The 14-year-old died the other day, and Peter Phillips, the aspiring Prime Minister, is going to find a way to say, it is the fault of the government, because Zozo, them have the police, them a country. That's why them rape and kill one 14-year-old. Like, really? It's because Zozo that end up cut the murder rate at this time in Montego Bay. I think them gone 180 had something already. The same time period last year, or the comparison period. I don't know if I said that right. Yeah. And I don't know what the number now, but I'm just saying, based on the stats that I'm hearing, it's way less than last year. So, them says also not working. But him say it, and I'm like, if you lose your blicker pitney and the politician then come, you want actually hear them attack and mention politics-ish kind of something, or it should be like Mark Golan, which is the member of parliament, him pledge 500,000 to Crime Stop if anybody bring any information. And I heard that the Prime Minister pledged 100,000 to that. So that is, oh it go 600,000 now for Crime Stop. Hey Gloria. And I heard that Andrew Olness is going to put 200,000 towards the funeral. But me I say, too much things are going on in Jamaica now when our politicians are going to find argument about the color bike. And no. And like me say again, maybe more than really depend Fitz Jackson's side if the green did look like Labor Right green. The green flag them, or them have on the green shirt them, and maybe would have a problem with that. I would have a problem. But I see somebody mention on Facebook earlier this evening that I wonder if I should me star them in my lifestyle green, why people call me labor right. But just I realized that, so me star them have the green look. Yeah, somebody said, listen, that's like a universal thing. Look on emergency vehicles. Even if it's not straight color green, you have some checkered looking green something. Even the vests, go and right now anybody Google Jamaica police and see if you not see the green vest them. What them in. So are you saying that the vest they're partisan to have green vests for the cops? Like, man, come on. Fitz Jackson, deal with the bank thing. Me dep on your panda side because me still want to know where my money there. When me da got primary, Boundbrook Primary School to be exact. I want to know where my money there when me da save a Friday daytime in a little folding book. Me want to know my money there from Deso. And them something there. Deal with that, Fitz Jackson. Make poor people get back their money and make them stop robbery. And I can't see one bank write one check and they're going to tell you work for somebody and the person write a check give you. So you do the work for $1,000 and the same bank is going to take $350. Me says more in some bank. If you change their own very check, I can understand if it's another bank's check. Me can't get that. But the check is written on your bank check where you issue and you're getting charged. So time I like $1,000 now, we don't take $350 just for convert it from paper to cash. No, Fitz. Them something them why a champion boss. I mean they back you 100% with that. Yeah, 100%. Foolishness about bicolor is partisan. Alright. Get that off of my mind. Hey guys. Welcome. Nonsensical politician argument. Yep. One of them thing there. So we're done with that as me say me get the half of me case. And me intentionally wear my labor right shirt tonight. This look like labor right shirt, people? Just asking. What are we looking at this evening? I saw this and I'm like, oh my goodness, no, this can't be right. Star, tell me Pastor, August 21, 2018. My mom taught me how to be a prostitute. Now, when me read it, me cringe. I'm like, what? And I send it out in WhatsApp. And when I'm a brethren, I'm going to call him later on if my mind tell me. And him say, let me find it because I don't want to tell a lie about nobody. Scroll. Where am there? Him say, yes man, plenty times. Somebody else, which me not call him name yet, say, they say, yes, it can be for real. So I say, how so? And the person say, like mother, like daughter. Mother show her the ropes and make quick cash. Now, this is a serious thing. Serious thing. And yeah, I have some topic, and I think this is why some people have a little bit of ratings for me, because me champion something where people normally not deal with. And me talk about something where people normally not deal with. But anyway, me could read this story before we go any further. Let us read any. Are you saying yes, Peter, to the point that the mothers can... Hey, Danette, how are you doing? Good evening. Tanya, how are you doing? Welcome, each and everyone. All right, let me put my numbers... Well, my number, because I stopped using more than one number. So this number now, for those of you who are new, you can call me, you can text me, you can WhatsApp me. So if you're not inside America and you want to talk to me, you can call me on WhatsApp. And you can use voice note. You can voice note your whatever you want to say, your comment. And like I say, feel free to call me. So let's go to the article. Here goes. My mother, no, not that one, not that one. We looked at this last night. For those of you who missed it, let me just read it since it's up on my screen. We looked at my wife doesn't want me to see her naked. That's what we looked at last night, and I think it was a good show. Yep, I think last night was a very, very good show. Participation was up, so I hope tonight will even be upper. I just no, me not make up that word. What word goes I doing? I'm going up I don't know. Anyway, my mom taught me how to be a prostitute, and this is from the Star, and that's Jamaica tabloid, and to the column, tell me, Pastor. Here goes. Dear Pastor, how are you doing? First of all, I want to say that I am a big fan of yours. I was adopted when I was 9 months old. My biological mother used to be a stripper. I went to live with her when I was 13 years old. When I went to live with my mother, my life became a mess. She never used to give me money to go to school. 13. And because I wanted to go to school, I started to have sex with men for money. When I was 14 years old, my mother allowed me to live with a man in her house. Sound like we look on this, on something close to this madness. Anyway, and the guy was taking care of both my mom and me. Suddenly, I moved and went to live with my dad. And the guy that used to live with me at my mom's house went abroad and found a new girlfriend. So I started to have sex with guys for money again. My dad was sick. He had or has prostate cancer. So I had to be helping with the bills, and that's doctor bills. When I was 15, I see the chronicle 13, 14, 15. I lied that I was 20 years old just to get a work in a bar so that I could be able to help take care of my dad and his doctor bills. After my 16th birthday, I ran away to start life on my own. I used to live with a guy. He didn't have anything, and as soon as he started to get things, he ran me out of his house. I went back to my parents' house. I was still 16. I was trying to make a life, but there was no one to help me. I slept on the road nights and day, and even went hungry. Fell in love. And before we continue, for those of you just joining, we're looking at this story tonight where this young lady said that, I know the name there, Nataya Franklin. Big up yourself, Alls Avenue in the building. Sorry for calling you out. I just, kind of feel special. Hey, welcome from Antigua. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope you continue to watch. Hey, Mrs. Titus McKenzie, how you doing? Welcome to Lifestyle. Yes, good. So we're looking at this Tell Me Pastor topic where this young lady is explaining that she her mother taught her to be a prostitute. So I'm going to read it again because I know some people just coming on, but for the benefits of those who have been here early, I'm going to continue. Like I say, we can always go over it again. So, fell in love. Finally, I met a young guy and I told him everything. To tell you the truth, he made me happy and let me know what love is again. When I met him, he was 21 and I was still 16. I went to live with him when I turned 17. He kept my birthday party and made me happy again. Not all relationships are perfect. We had disagreements, but he never hit me to hurt me. So like let's go on, but not to hurt her. Anyway, he sent me back to school to get her certificate, and that is my favorite Jamaican word, certificate. Yep. You can't go someplace and hear somebody one word they just know that there goes a Jamaican. I don't think sorry for digress. I don't think it's hard to segue. I don't think nowhere else in the world pronounce certificate as certificate. So if you're there somewhere and hear somebody twanging, hey, you know I got my certificate in. Yes, you know say. There goes a yardie. Anyway, she said I got my certificate in a skill area. Never name which one it was. It turned my life around. When I go to visit my dad, I give him money whenever I have it. On my birthday this year, July, I turned 18. My boyfriend didn't keep any party for me, but he gave me money to go out and enjoy myself. On July 28th, his own friend, killed him. My life has been torn apart. I don't know. I didn't see that coming. Trust me. I don't feel like yeah. This is why I'm going to start reading this story before, because as I said, the shock value when I want Uno get and me get same time. I don't know if Uno get it, but I didn't. This sound just happy and me kind of feel happy for her. And yeah, it come like, and I have a very, imaginative mind. So I'm reading it, but like a movie I'm watching, and birthday party and everything nice and all of these things. And then yeah, she said, his own friend killed him. My life has been torn apart. I don't know what to say or do. Since then, I have been having sleepless nights. I am going crazy. I can't eat anything. Can you give me your advice, please? I can't stop crying. Pastor from JP. So I'm going to read it from the top again for the benefits of those of you just joining so you get the full understanding. However, on the know me always a critique, tell my pastor something them. I don't sense the part where she never go in detail how her mother taught her how to be a prostitute. Me not get that part there. So I guess me have to just make up some scenario and say, oh, possible that thing. So here we go. Tell my pastor, and this was published on the 21st of August in the Star. Entitled, My Mom Taught Me How to Be a Prostitute. Dear Pastor, how are you doing? First of all, I want to say that I am a big fan of yours. I was adopted when I was 9 months old. My biological mother used to be a stripper. I went to live with her when I was 13 years old. When I went to live with my mother, my life became a mess. She never used to give me money to go to school. And because I wanted to go to school, I started to have sex with men for money. Now, to me, that sounds like she is just blaming her mother for the choices where she chose to make. I can't see how I could blame her mother for, and I don't agree with the part, because I've heard even grown people use this as an excuse. Boy, the man when me there with him now give me nothing, so me have to go look it. And look it means sleep with other men for money. I just can't agree with that kind of thing. Yeah, with somebody him provide a house for you, stop. Like we think the worst of it. Him stop give you money. Now, this is grounds for you to go and sleep with other men for money. I just think it is the easiest way. If you ask me, I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know. I think the easiest way to get money for some people is to give up sex. And especially if you're a female, although I've been told that the price actually drop on female and is more on male. Yeah, some year one word did cost around 10 years ago or 20, It cost someone and I say, oh, go to the car right now. Not the bop. So, I don't know. When I was 14 years old, my mom allowed me to live with a man in her house. And the guy was taking care of both my mom and me. Suddenly, I moved and went to live with my dad. And the guy that used to live with me at my mom's house went abroad and found a new girlfriend. So, I started to have sex with guys for money again. My dad was sick. He has prostate cancer. So I had to be helping him with the doctor bills. When I was 15, I lied that I was 20 years old just to get a work in a bar so that I could be able to help take care of my dad and his doctor bills. After my 16th birthday, I ran away to start life on my own. I used to live with a guy. He didn't have anything, and as soon as he started to get things, he ran me out of his house. I went back to my parents' house. I was still 16. I was trying to make life, but there was no one to help me. I slept on the road night and day, and even went hungry. Fell in love. Finally, I met a young guy and I told him everything. To tell you the truth, he made me happy and let me know what love is again. When I met him, he was 21 and I was still 16. I went to live with him when I turned 17. He kept my birthday party and made me happy again. Not all relationships are perfect. We had disagreements, but he never hit me to hurt me. He sent me back to school to get a certificate in a skill area. He turned my life around. When I go to visit my dad, I give him money whenever I have it. On my birthday this year, July 1, I turned 18. My boyfriend didn't keep any party for me, but he gave me money to go out and enjoy myself. On July 28th, his own friend killed him. My life has been torn apart. I don't know what to say or do. Since then, I have been having sleepless nights. I am going crazy. I can't eat anything. Can you give me your advice, please? I can't stop crying. Pastor. So this is a kind of sad. Not kinda. It is indeed sad. It is indeed sad. And Tonet did pick up on that. Tonet say yes, lick but don't hurt. So I'm fling on to lick, because you know that is actually some people reality. Like, yeah, which I say it as joke sometimes, but it's the truth. It's some people reality where if the man no lick them nothing say the man love them, or yeah, anything like that. So him have to put on two slap sometime. Yes, me too. That hit me. May his soul rest in peace. Mr. Richards, good evening, sir. How are you doing? Fab say the mother did nothing about it. Instead, she allows her to have man in the house. But I still can't hold on to that to say her mother taught her how to be a prostitute. Unless something wrong with me. So ex-CIA agent says killed Bob okay, alright. I hate when people send me foolishness. So people, as I'm going through all these WhatsApp messages that have nothing to do with the show, please remember that the number that you're seeing, 614-373-7350, you can participate in the show by call, text, or WhatsApp. And when I say WhatsApp, I mean you can utilize every single way that you utilize WhatsApp. By call, text, voice notes. Alright? I want to hear from you. So Fab is saying that what happened is the mother allowed, and I don't remember if you can recall the night you guys hear that this lady was on, and she was telling me when we were talking about and it was some American story I was sharing, and they were saying if you know that your teenager is having sex, might as well just encourage it, because you can't do nothing to stop it, and the more you try to stop it is the more they're going to want to do it, and all of them foolishness. And the young lady that was on the night was telling me of a story where this lady she didn't want to lose her daughter, so at age of 15 the daughter did a runway and go with boyfriend that was selling drugs, and she taking the boy, and now they're in college and all of these things. And I say, well, if I that have to make my daughter reach college, she not reach no college. Me not see how that work. How the backside you have picnic in your house in a room with man. I don't get it. And like I should say with partner, because this is America, right? And they are. I do believe, although I don't know none, I do believe that there are parents who say, oh, well, she's 12, but she says she likes girls, so what am I going to do? You know, I can't kill her. She's my daughter. Yeah, and I support slackness. So, I don't know. So, that's Fab's view. Fab is saying that, listen, the mother never do nothing about it. But I can say, yes, the mother was supporting slackness where that is concerned, and of course being licky. But then she basically, I said, it was her boyfriend. So this kind of different from prostitution. And I learned this the other day. I don't know if you guys follow a lot of Jamaican news, but I do. Yeah, after working for RJR Communication Group for 6 years, kind of part of me. I can't get it out. And I remember they had a press conference, and some agency made a report and gave some survey that they said they'd carried out, talking about, I think they say majority are a great number, maybe 85% of females between age 15 and whatever in Mount Salem's are involved in prostitution. And one outrage came out and they had to withdraw the statement and all of them something there. Then I heard them say, no, there's a difference between prostitution and sex for money. And that was always my definition, that if you have sex for money, you're a prostitute. But it kind of different, and it kind of makes sense to me when them explain it, and me kind of agree to a certain extent. It's just like what else I can liken it to? Something else. There's another analogy that I normally use. But anyway, let me just talk about that, since that is what is on my mind right now. So, one night stand. Perfect. So, what I learned a couple of years ago when I did that topic about one night stand, that my definition of a one night stand was totally off, because I was thinking a one night stand was a one-off sexual event, which, yes, I was really schooled and educated about it. So them say straight up, and mainly females said this, them say, listen, because what I had in my mind is that if I know you, whatever, and we end up doing something sexual for one night, that is a one night stand, because they only last for one night, so the whole stand thing kind of come from erect, get what I say. But no, I was told that, listen, a one night stand has to be, and I think I did Google it, it has to be with somebody that you don't know nothing about. You met the person, so at a party or wherever it is, on a bus, a train, a plane, and only end up sleeping together, and no transfer or of information, no email, no Facebook, no nothing. Chances are you don't even know the person's name. That is what a true one night stand is, because it's just that, you nothing else to it. So like I say, so one off event is different from one night. Same thing with the sex for money. So you have, and then you have another kind of women, I think we dealt with them at some point. They're called kept women. And these kind of women now are the ones who, them have a man where it's not really their man, so they don't tell people that this is my boyfriend or not like that. Them just know say other man that take care of them. So they're not going around sleeping with anybody else either. Well, you want to think that. Them just know say, oh, that man that take care of me, maybe he's married, whatever, blah blah. That don't really have nothing to do with it. So you have kept women who the man just support them. And I heard that they can ever live together too, which me not really know how that work. But back to the definition that they shared, and I kind of agree with them. Now, they're saying you have a large percent of females who they are having sex for money or for some form of whatever it is. You have garrison community where young girls are sleeping with the dons, with the guys, because it brings a sense of protection and security. So I think I mentioned this last week. So by being involved with one of the area leader them, then you know say they're not supposed to be prone, and let me use that word carefully, they're not supposed to be prone to other man just do whatever they want to do with them. You know what I say? So by just being involved sexually with an area leader, with a don, brings about that level of security. So there's a difference if a young girl is having sex for material gains or monetary gains. It's different. So a prostitute is straight up somebody who, that is what she does for a living. At night she dressed up. It don't have to be night, can be day too. But that is her thing. And it kind of ties somewhat with the one night stand thing. Like, she don't have to know the person. Sometimes it end up be a whatever client, but it's strictly business. All they do is they meet up, they exchange money for sex. That's about it. But if, for example, you have a girl now, she want an iPhone, she know the guy, she and him a roll for a while and blah blah blah, she go and she have sex with him for the iPhone or for the money for the iPhone, that is not the technical definition of prostitution. That is having sex for money. That is not a prostitute. Hope I kind of shed some light on that for you. So Tonet says maybe her mom couldn't afford to send her to school, but then again, I didn't have a 9-to-5 job and I make sure my children go to school. I send my daughter to Hampton High. Bop, big up yourself, Hampton, where the hat, pretty little nice straw hat something. Yep, Hampton High School boarding at that. I didn't know how I did it, but it happened. Hey, Miss Booth, how you doing? Conroy, big up yourself. Donovan, go on, brother. We did a classmate at basic school, don't it? Yeah, that just come to me like I felt like saying it. Tanet says, oh yes, that's Jamaican mentality. But if man not lick them, they don't love them. Oh, please. Well, I gotta stick to the thing where they say to each his own or its own. Is it his own or its own? Every time I write it, I feel like I'm writing differently. Is it to each his own or it's to each its own? What is the correct? And I think it's so much of a cliche now. Marlene, welcome to the show. So, guys, the numbers are there and you're on Facebook, you're watching. Please participate so we don't have no boring show tonight. All right. Let me see if anybody sent me any message here. No, I'm gonna get nothing. So let me go to Pastor's response to the topic now. Pastor say, "Dear JP, it seems to me that you have tried just about everything as a young girl, but life has been very cruel to you. Your mother has not set good example for you, although both of you were living in the same house. She literally trained you into prostitution." I don't know, Pastor pick up that, but Pastor says so. "She was a bad mother, but I sense that you are a girl with ambition, and you should love your father, and you love your father, and you worked hard to assist him with his doctor bills. I am sorry to hear that your boyfriend was murdered and your life turned upside down again. You have not said whether you are working again, but whether or not you are working, I would urge you to seek the help of the family counselor. You are grieving and you need a trained counselor who would help you with grieving counseling or grief counseling. I want you to turn to God for support. You need the help of Christians. I don't know if you attend a church anywhere, but I intend to speak to you on the telephone. My prayers are with you, Pastor." And yes, some whole comment. Well, not whole. There are 3 comments here. I know if I go to Facebook page, I'm going to get a lot more. So the first comment says from Nicola Strawn. No relationship to my producer Nikisha Strawn. "Jesus fixed it. Just when you think you have problems, there's always someone who's going through a lot more. I hope you can find someone who you can trust to share your problems with. I pray that you move away from the life you're used to and never go back to it. No condemnation here. None of us are perfect. We don't know what we will do when faced with hardship. Keep your head up." Good comment. And I'm reading this and it reminds me of something that I learned of some years ago. I think it was the latter part of my high school years. I was a part of a cadet or the cadet unit. And I remember at one of the schools in Port Antonio, this guy left from Kingston to come to go school there. So he was actually going to school there. But like me say, he wasn't from Kingston. So he was actually sleeping in the cadet unit, the cadet office thingy. And there was this young lady. I saw her years ago. I think I was doing a coverage of a 5K run walk in Port Antonio. And saw her and, I spoke to her. And I tell us years, a long time. In the 90s, I tell about. But what happened is, this is the meat of the Ernest Awagon youth. This is the story. So she was living in this rural Portland area, attending the school. And when she comes to school on Monday, she had no idea how she would get back or whatever. So what happened is, she was a part of the cadet unit too. So she basically was staying with the guy. And the guy did have him way of hustling. So yes, he would have access to the home economic department. So he would have make breakfast, dinner, all of that for her. And I know that she was basically sleeping with him. And that was her way to get to attend school. And at the time, like I said, I think maybe I was 16, 17, but me did old enough to know, say, this not right, this never right. But then again, as Nicola said in the thing, sometimes when something take us some decision what we make, even this young lady that wrote in to tell my pastor, she said, "Listen, my mother never have the money for send me to school, but I wanted to go to school, so I slept with guys, to get money to go to school. You know, and I'm thinking now, even you have, and Nicola was saying that listen, you have some people who you think say your burden is the heaviest. Your burden compared to others end up being so light when you hear some things where some other people have to do. You can imagine? So this girl me I telling her about, she could have say, yo, why this not work out, you know, let me just run the road like my mother, but she had do her thing and she was going to school and, you know, helping her dad and all of these things. So, and maybe me should have declared my hand. Me think so there's other things where them can go lock up people for instead of people actually exchanging sex for money. My thing is, as long as you're not underage or you're not forced, there shouldn't be. It's the oldest trade. You know what I say? So this whole thing where in most country it is illegal and me just think say the man them want to get free whatever. Them have them wife for them yard, but they want one good experience and thing. They don't want to pay for it. Alright, let me stop guys, so let me advocate for her. So Tanet say, to each his own. And me can better say somebody against say no and so you go. Marilyn, me big up already. Big up yourself. I saw Grace. How you doing, Grace Bar? Welcome. We're looking at this young lady who she said her mom taught her how to be a prostitute. She was adopted and went to live with her biological mom at age 13, and her mother allow man for living at the house because the money that take care of she. Oh, I think I saw the prostitution coming out. She, in retrospect now, she's saying, listen, if you allow your daughter to have money in the house just because he must spend money on you and not take care of you, a prostitute that you turn me now. I think I found it now. Patricia says, I believe in situation like this, parents need to do counseling that involve their kids, especially when they can't be in their life as much as the government should have. As much the government should have counseling outlets to help in any way possible. I agree with you, but trust me, the government not care about nothing. The government not care about nothing. I remember even a couple of years ago, my wife's daughter, the youngest one, she worked during the summer with the government, and this is in America. And the following year, when she apply again, they say her mother need to bring some documentation showing what she's earning, whatever. And according to the office, my wife was making too much money. So her daughter could not work for the state because, you know, and I'm like, you see? So even some people who come about, they're helping. Or the government normally work, they only want to help people who are in dire situation. So if I'm talking about, I think she was about 15 at the time. Maybe if she did have 3 pitney, the government would have ready for help her and do stuff. And I'm like, why it have to reach a point where, you know, is the height of desperation? That's when we find government intervention. But trust me, and I can guarantee, especially those countries who talk about democracy, majority of their supporters are almost illiterate people where can't really do nothing for themselves. So everything where the politician them come and say and promise, them run with it and them hold on it. Yeah. Because people who have them good job, or even if it's not good job, but it a feed you and a clothes and whatever, you don't have time to go and campaign. You know, you live in Port Antonio and you find time to go Mobile because your leader is talking in Mobile, and yeah, all them do is find one bus and load up, so we left in XYZ time and maybe give you some food and some drink, and you're quite comfortable with that. You're not going to be tired. You're not a worker guy man, so you can't do that. So the thing is, I believe that what the government do, and Mr. Government, because yeah, me a Jamaican, nobody thinks me talk about JLP or PMP. I'm talking about both. What governments do, and maybe that sound better, is they try to keep we in a state where we're in need of them. So that is a good idea, Patricia, but them not see it that way there. Government don't implement stuff to make poor people lives better. Yeah. And I now don't think that I'm a Republican supporter. I cannot even vote in America. But the other day I heard Ben Carson said something and a lot of black people took offense to it. When he was saying that we shouldn't make government housing comfortable. And I agree with him. Everybody go through a space. It's just like even say a shelter. But now say enough you have clean water and, you know, a nice bed and all of these things. But when you make some people get comfortable, and let's talk about the public housing, when it gets so comfortable, people don't use it as a stepping stone. They must say, well, I'm quite all right, you know. I was talking to one of my brethren me down the other day at Nidus, and Nidus was saying he was sharing with somebody who live in government housing, and the person say, yo, when me I take shower 3 hours, me stay in a shower for, you know. And he must say, 3 hours? You mean you're in the bathroom or in the shower? And the person say, in the shower. Yeah, me I run. You can imagine? You are work now, you work off your butt to pay your light bill and your water rate and all of these things. Sometimes you all feel the time when you spend in the bathroom good all too short. I like I try to wash everywhere accurately and all of these things. But you know spend 3 hours. A matter of fact, you have work. So you know go. Some of us when we come home, we can barely catch a 5. Yeah, I come home enough evening and so tired where, you know, if me no know, so some people are going to say, DP, what I'm doing tonight, and I just feel obligated to come and do the show, then I wouldn't. I would just sleep till 7 o'clock the next morning and wake up. So people who have responsibility and like that can't run shower for 3 hours. So my friends turn to the person and say, yo, somebody's paying for that. The person say, yeah, me know, but I know me. You understand? So the people them we can run shower for 3 hours. That's why I say I agree with Ben Carson. You know, to make public housing comfortable, because it's supposed to be like a stepping stone. You're not supposed to be a safe haven to say, yes, I can just stay here and live off of people. And yeah. What me make you laugh with, Grace? What did I make you laugh with? Devon says, oh, and I must say, big up to the 2 brothers locked in this evening, Ernesta and Devon. Big up on yourself, Bridget. Far where I come from, I don't. Brother, Ben Carson has never been in government housing. Your friend may have actually been talking to someone that abuses it. Exactly. That is what I'm talking about. May I say, if you can run shower for 3 hours, of course you're abusing the system. Yeah. I know people who how they survive and support their drug habit is they're on the system for welfare. They might get them food stamp and them find ways to sell it. So the other day I saw one of my friend in where is he? I think New Jersey. And he's like, back in the day it was like $75 for $100. Now I get $50 for $100. And I mean like when I talk about, and then some people start explaining all the things set up and things. Somebody who need drugs, they don't need the money. So they can give away all them $100 food stamp card for $10, because that $10 they figure get a fix is more important to them than the $100 they don't need, and they have ways of doing it. So even if them food stamp run out, them can go to some shelter, the Salvation Army or something, and them get food because them don't really care. You know what I mean? I say, so yes, that person abuses the system. But Devon, it's kind of irrelevant whether Ben Carson lived in public housing, yes or no. I have never lived in public housing, thanks be to God. I have never been homeless. Even me that live with my pastor, them me never did homeless. Me they just choose to live with them because me dad them yard so often, so they just only feel right. So I was never homeless, and never live in a public housing. What else? Never. Me say homeless already, don't it? But I'm saying, and this is it why I did make sure I put the disclaimer to say don't believe that I'm supportive of Ben Carson or the Republican Party. The point that I'm making is just like I did this topic the other day, and trust me, a lot of my friends them did take me a task, because one of them in Jamaica, she actually said she have 2 kids now. One I think is a 3-year-old and one is a 7-year-old or whatever. And she said the way them build them house one way, it's several levels. I think it's about a 2 or 3 story. And she said, like, she and her husband said that part they have for my son and the part they have for the daughter. And when them reach the age, she was really at, you know, laggards with me, because she's like, you know, it's black people alone have this thing where them have them pitney and them pitney start work, say even before them leave school, which is allowed in America, and them want to say, okay, start pay rent or start pay cable bill or start pay your phone bill and all that. She's like, no, other people make them pitney save them money, which I don't know what other people them she talk about. Because I have a co-worker and him cuss every day because him say him wife have the adult pitney living at them house, nah do nothing. Or I work but not contribute to no bills, and him no know how long him a go stand this and blah 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 all these things. And they're Caucasian, they're not black. So may I say this is not just a black thing. But may I say some of the things that we do, we consider it as teaching your children how to be responsible, like other people have a problem with it. Now that was against the backdrop that we were discussing, where may I say I don't think no parent should feel comfortable keeping their adult kids at home, not working. And the story came up, I saw it on Facebook, where this parents had to go to the court to get them pitney 20-odd-year-old man to come out of the house. All him want to do is sit down and play Xbox all day and all of these things. And I'm like, Okay then. But some parents are always out of love. I know, and the lady deceased now, but me still not gonna call her name. At the time, her son was 40 odd. Good friend of mine. We kind of were in the same career path and all of these things. And she said no, she prefer her son live at her yard with her than some woman take him, turn whatever and use whatever, beat him over him head. Which you know me talk about the undergarment, yeah. Me I say, parents who encourage their children, your grown ask children to stay at home, I think something is wrong with them. That is not what life is about. And this is why a lot of parents, they are timid and they're jittery and worry when them pitney start reach 18, 19 and say them are gonna move on, because guess what? Them never do a good job. They did not do a good job. Them never raise, and that is our purpose as parents. Sorry, sound like me a segue. No, I'm actually on the point, because this mother never did teach our daughter good morals and values and attitude. She just teach her daughter, say, listen, you want one ear, you just go lay down with a man and you get the ear. You get what I say? What is it that we're teaching our children? What this is why the society is the way it is now, because what? The poor parenting that we actually administer, or don't administer no good parenting. So guess what? We have some pitney, them just drag up and them come commit the same mistake where we did make as adults, because we never did do the right thing. And then some of us, we know the right thing to do, but then we get flustered into thinking, okay, if I put my foot down, then I'm going to hear that I'm wicked, I'm bad, I'm evil, and all of these things. And then you want to be more like a friend to your child than a parent, and then you can see the backlash to that little bit from now. I know adults know who them resent them parents, because guess what? Looking back, just like this young lady that I'm talking about tonight, she can't look at her mother as a role model. Because all her mother do, as she wrote in to tell me pastor, is that her mother teach her how to be a prostitute. So how she got respect? What kind of respect she got for her mother? You hear she not say nothing about she give her mother nothing, and she take care of her mother, because no, her father with him she actually talk about. You understand? Yeah. So I have some more reading here to do. People no call me no man, me no like read. Miss Phillips namesake Wagwan. Devon say, it's never comfortable. It is a stopgap. While the system is flawed, many people are suffering. Carson is constantly talking about wiping away the system without proper relevant replacement. And I don't think you could be a Republican. Hey Nikki, what's up? So, yeah man, on a serious note. Alright, Devon, make we go back to, yeah man, most of these parents are kid. I agree with you. Make we go back to Jamaica. I remember one time, I don't know if I can remember, Devon, we did go around at one house. It's not cassava piece, but at the road they will go up to cassava piece. One Salvation Army member did live somewhere around there. So I think it was at December, something. But we did go around there for whatever reason it was. Some dinner, something, food, something. And when me look up, a beer cowboy missip on the thing, and I'm like, blow. It was the first I was like really seeing it. I always hear about throw up and all of that, but me never know what it means. Alright, I'm getting a call. Yes, I'm getting a call. So what may I say is, I remember seeing the cowboy and stuff, and then when I get to find out now, say, when people use electricity in Jamaica, and me will pay my bill every month, when I pay them cut it off, and me I pay for them. Good evening, welcome to Lifestyle. You're live. Thanks for calling. Hello.
Yes, Mr. EP.
This sound like Devon.
Yes, sir.
Alright, big up yourself. Hold on 1 second. Nicole asked him what's the topic. We're looking at this topic where this young lady wrote in to tell my pastor saying that her mother taught her to be a prostitute. And it's a very sad story. That's what we're looking at, Nikki. Yes, sir. Back with you.
Yes, boss.
Mm-hmm.
You remember them times, remember all of them road trip we make.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But the biggest thing you have to also remember, my youth, is like, even during them times, majority of the people that we come across, even though you have one or two where abuse a system or them try to do something,
they are persons with genuine need. I know that.
Right? The issue I have, like, with people like Carson making statements like that, and like, even if you want to look at this young lady, is that, like, generally we only see the tip of the iceberg. We can only see part of what this young lady is going through.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we do, like you even pointed it out with the story about your classmate. Like a lot of times, what they're going through underneath the surface is far more drastic, far more deviant, than we would ever expect. Is it? So like when you bring up people like Carson who talks about the system, this is a dude who's never even sat down. Like you and I have sat down. You remember when at my father's place?
Yeah. You mean the rehab?
Yeah, and watch people who come in and at first glance, especially with dudes at the rehab, used to think, boy, them money are rich, them money have money. Why they might do them things here, right? But when you start digging to them background and the things they go through and the things them live, you really had to ask the question, boy, how can somebody fall so far, right? Right? So like Carson and a lot of people who only look at the outward, they need to really like sit down and when people talk about walking a mile in somebody's shoes, like you don't have to literally walk it. You have to look at the life that these people are going through.
Right. But as you mentioned a while ago, Devon, and I noticed that your dad and you, because we know this, Salvation Army Pitney them end up do the work too. Maybe some people don't know. Me can't tell you because I'm almost an officer child. So you did do the work. You weren't addicted, or your brothers or your mother or your father, to be making changes or making some drastic decision to help the same people who need help. So I am not thinking that Carson actually is in kind of, you can't validate nothing what him said just because he never did have the experience of living in a shelter.
True.
And as me say, the only part that might take away from it, and that is what I'm dwelling on. I am saying government housing shouldn't, as you say, rightly put, it should be a stop the gap kind of thing. That is what it's. You're not supposed to have cable TV in and when me have to pay for. No, I'm begs about them something there. You're not supposed in a government housing and you can just sit down all day. You don't have to go look no job.
How you know it's your tax money paid for it?
No man, I live in America, so from me pay taxes. So all of them people who are selling food stamp, all of them people who are selling food, and trust me, I even at work me cuss about that. The fact for no say you have people who they have the ability to abuse the system, because I don't want to get me wrong. There are genuine needs all over. We know that.
DP.
Yes, sir.
DP. I used to live in southern Indianapolis. I used to live in Fountain Square, Indianapolis, and I used to run the food bank for the Salvation Army. And I can tell you, I see good, the bad, and the ugly. Right?
Right.
I saw people who abuse the system. They had 2 cars, but they still come in for bread off the bread line. They live in a nice house. Right? I could tell you, I could see white, I could see black, I could see Hispanic that will walk in and abuse the system, right? Majority though of people who live in Section 8 housing, who live in government welfare housing, you're not gonna find them with 2 cars, right? And even the cable they get is probably just like when we in Jamaica. You remember when man used to take the copper wire, and throw it upon somebody else's dish.
So all right, let me take you back to Jamaica then. Every time when there is a, tenant, we have to ask you, tenement yard settings. Not even go fire. Let me say when them say GPS, because they have this little smart thing now where, if you overload the whatever section, say for Alman Town or Regent Street, if them say only X amount of kilowatts supposed to run, once you try to connect to that, it leak out the whole leg. That's all.
Yeah, smart sensor, yeah.
Good. And I have seen some breed of people come and when them a report on news about them whatever inch TV mash up and all of these things, and I'm like, okay, look at it. You are working hard earn money and have to pay tax. You barely can afford 132 inch. And these people who you are paying their light bill, them have all of the deep freeze and the thing, and them people and I've seen it, people are bridge light. Them not say, okay, let me take down the wire man in time and let it. No, for them fan I run straight, for them TV I run straight.
Yeah, right there, you're basically pointing out an exception to a lot of the rule. Garrison, every house having flat screen right now. Me not ask you that, me I tell you that.
Paul, big up yourself.
Bridget.
Hey, Marshall Levy Smith, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Bridget, not everybody
Boss,
gets
me now ask you, me I tell you this. Every garrison where you go in a Jamaica, cause I've never been to the ghetto in America. Me not know nobody will live in a ghetto, so I can't talk about that. But every yard, every house in any garrison now where you go Jamaica, whatever size fridge they want, in there. Whatever size TV they want, in there.
Even
microwave, in there.
DP, even if that is a fact, just consider the idea. How them get it. It could be family members send it for them.
Me feel like I make excuse for them. No, me feel like I make excuse for them. Yeah, no, but you make excuse for them because my point when me I make, you know.
No, you see, you can't make an excuse for something that you say is a fact.
But
right?
the point I'm making is, Devon. The point I'm making
hold on,
is.
DP. You say it's a fact.
What is a fact?
You just said it's a fact that every garrison you go,
yes,
you'll find a flat screen TV.
Yes.
All right. So it's a fact. I'm not arguing that. Right? I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is, look at the fact. The thing you need to look at is how they get it. You can't say.
No, I cannot look at how they get it because how them get it now nothing to do with me now. You see, if it in a them house and them a do what me remember doing all in the 90s when me never have light on my yard and have to take some battery and join them up together and run one piece of wire and try make it pop one little black and white TV. That is not what they're doing. The point I'm making is, and it affected me in Jamaica and it affected me. It is affecting me here too. Is that X amount of my money come out in a taxes. For pay. It's just like even my car.
But,
you know much people in America right now don't have insurance for them vehicle, and when them lick you, what happen? Them gone about them business, and you daily, you monthly, you weekly paying your insurance. And as I say, America set up.
You're looking at the outward.
Yes.
What they have.
No, but I am saying, yes, but I'm saying, Devon, they are right because they're living in luxury at my expense.
And how you feel so it's your expense? Do you?
As long as you pay taxes, it's at your expense, Devon.
No, you can't say that because then you have to say, all right.
Hold on.
Them when they walk with them when they walk the street?
Hold on. Let me show you something.
No, but
why you get what me I say, Devon? Why you get what me I say? Hear what me I say. Hear me out for a minute. These people are on welfare. These people are living in government housing. Taxpayers or government get money for support them. It's by taxes. So I am telling you, by extension, we are being taxed to support their lifestyle. So that is why
you are being taxed to put them in a house.
Yes.
What they do after that, how they hustle to get whatever they have, is not your business.
I can't say it's not my business.
I have with people like Carson.
I can't say it's not my business.
Okay. They go, okay, I gave you a house. So because I gave you a house, you're supposed to live in a poverty mindset and not have the nicest clothes.
This is where I think you miss it. This is where I think you and a lot more other people miss the point. Because again, let me repeat, for those who are just joining, we're supposed to talk about this woman where our mother teach her up to do prostitution and we're not talk about living condition. What I'm saying to you, Devon, is this. What the man say, and that is the only takeaway I'm taking away from it, and me agree wholeheartedly, government housing should not be that comfortable to make people want to reside forever. No, but if it left up to some people, they want the nicest of nice. They want it to be. It's just like hold on. Something else. Me know your follow-up story in Jamaica. What's your take on the offer that Britain made to Jamaica the other day about the first class prison? Or the work class prison?
Listen, man. You see the Brits? Them have them head way up, them behind.
So, but you have persons who think that prison is supposed to be, this nice, sweet, clean place. That is, and I hear them talk over and over that GP is disgusting and it's below. I listen to a lot of radio in Jamaica, like I say, and me hear the reporter them and me I say, they make it sound like say them have something to gain by the. I don't think no prison supposed to be a nice, clean, sweet place for make man want to tell you, because no, it's not nice in Jamaica. And every time when me hear someone talk, say, hey boy, when we do this to you and do that to you and go back or lie down for you, that means it is comfortable. So it's the same scenario I'm saying. Public housing where we have a big tax, so we can't say, okay, you know much people right now are back to school. I feel try make dollar stretch because them can't ever get all of the book them for them pitney. But guess what? Everything you spend, tax is coming out of it to support these same kind of people when I talk about Devon.
Alright. DP. So we can clear this up for you. Again, I don't have an issue with the idea that the system needs to get fixed.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? The system needs to get fixed. Because yes, there are people who abuse the system. But to say that the system is easy, it is not. Right? When you sit in an office and you see a parent come in, and again, even the parent have the same issues, looking for school supplies, looking for whatever, looking for the things for the kids. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have to hustle for it. They either gonna come to you or they're gonna find a way to hustle and get it. Right? Whether it's selling drugs or whatever, selling them body, whatever, stealing from other people. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The idea that the system is easy, no, that's a generalization.
Okay.
That is because you see 1 or 2 or maybe even 10 bad apples people see walking down the road or driving in a fine car when them living in Section 8.
Mm-hmm.
It is a generalization that needs to be, it's a concept that needs to be clipped. Figure out the problem and then you can fix it. But looking at generalized issues and go, oh, look at that person, he has a flat screen. When I pay my taxes, he still have, no, don't do that. Figure out how you're going to say, all right, you remember the saying, teach a man for fish, and he'll feed himself and his family, right? When you look at these places that Carson wants to cut down, and like I lived in Chicago, when I moved from Indianapolis, I moved to Chicago and I watched Cabrini Green, where they say, oh, this is a gang-infested place and it's Section 8 and blah, 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 and there's only hoodlums and the police never go in there. And then they tear it down. Right? And all the criminal elements that was there went all over the city.
Alright, Devon, guess what? The viewers them are complaining to me and you change the topic.
Yeah,
so what you have to say about the girl now and her situation? I don't know if you did join in when we were talking.
For real though. Again, it's a thing where we can't say what happened in that house. But as a father, right, I have to say your children will tend to like follow the example you lead, right? They will follow the beliefs that you have, and if you are pushing, if the mother is pushing a certain type of lifestyle, then the daughter is going to follow the lifestyle, right? Whether it's something the mom was doing purposely or not purposely. You know, this girl sees that as a coping mechanism, as a survival mechanism.
Yes.
She's going to think, oh, this is easy. So if this is how I'm going to get through life, this is how I'm going to get through life. Right? Unfortunately, that's the way it normally seems.
Yep. As them said, chip not normally fall far from the block. That's a tongue tie. I always get chip don't fall far from the block. Anyway, sir, Mr. Craig, thank you very much, sir. And call me anytime, another time. Alright, sir?
Bless up, my brother. Thank.
All right, Devon Craig, far where I come from, Salvation Army days. 20 minutes going up to 11 o'clock. But you see, not hear me and Uno know. You see, every night me come here and me say, Uno, please call because me not like hear my voice and think. And the one little night now me get one little call and I come a try. Yo, Uno, that's style up a thing, man. Cause Uno can call to see the number. Everybody who I watch right now, me know Uno have WhatsApp. I see the WhatsApp number there. Uno can call me, Uno can send voice note. So what make Uno not send it? Somebody here said earlier, somebody say, who was it? Damien say, Damien, you upset because America takes care of their people and Jamaica don't? Who said Jamaica don't? I was just sorry again for go back there. But what me I say is all of the garrison them will have illegal illegal electricity. Is weed taxes subsidized or whatever, and there is path. Them change now. They used to call it food stamp path. Then in Jamaica now we're spending a lot of money. Not that it's been spent the right way, but yeah, man, the Jamaican people are getting taken care of. And if you vote, you're good. But so I have some more comments here on the page as I was going to read on the star. For those of you just logging on, we are looking at this young lady whose her mother taught her how to be a prostitute. Kate says, this was painful to read. I hope she can find work, but more so, I hope she gets professional counseling. And may I say, you see, I don't want to be judgmental or come across judgmental, because just like Pastor San, I agree with him. I detect from this young lady this sense of I want to become better than. You understand what I say? I want to become better than. And, you know, she really need help. Like me did I say earlier, if you complain, say this and that, you want to find some people situation. Yeah, and then you talk something else. Tassia says on the star page, I feel your pain because your life started out with a lot of trauma. Very sad for a young person to experience. Not every mother is a mother. That should be not every woman is a mother. First, I am happy that you did not reported a pregnancy in this story, because baby makes life harder. I give the 21-year-old man a lot of praise for giving you a life of happiness, and I am so sad that he was murdered. Life is tough and it brings us a lot of sadness and happiness at the same time. You were indeed lucky to have a man who did a lot of good things for you, such as making you feel like a person again. Please go back to school part-time, and at the same time try to find a job. Do not strip anymore. She never says she's a stripper. And do not allow everyone to have sex with you, because it will continue to make you feel dirty. The reason why the 21-year-old boyfriend held birthday party for you is because he wanted to raise your self-esteem so you can feel good. Keep up the good work for he was trying to do for you, and continue to live well. Find a job. Alright, me not you be read no more of that. Oh no, she said Mr. Right at the time. Okay, let me continue. Find a job and go to school, and at the same time carry yourself as well at all time. You can meet Mr. Right at any time. I can't tell her I don't believe in this Mr. Right thing. Your mother took the easy way out, and in the end it will be a hard price to pay. I praise you for helping your father. I will pray for you. Take care and try not to get pregnant until you are capable of taking care of yourself and the child. Hopster say, oh my, this story is the saddest of the sad. What a life. Even though she earns her certificate, her mindset is still to ensure a man takes care of her. Changing your thinking, young woman, for the sake of your own sanity. What a friend to take a life of another. You really do not know how people feel about you through their fake smiles and well wishes. Why, upstairs, you're just cruel, so why you just glad? You couldn't just overlook that part there. GJ says, oh no, my dear, keep your head up and take care of yourself. Please do not go back to prostitution. It will be better, I assure you. Just keep focus. I know it is hard. You are an overcomer. Start praying God kept you safe all these years, but He is building you up for something even greater if you stay strong and don't lose hope. Pastor, please help her in whatever way you can. Don't send her to any other church, Pastor. They will condemn her. Not even church is what God intended it to be, since she has something much more ahead of her. Please help. Kerry says, wow, sad story. I hope one day you will find love again, and try not to go back to the lifestyle you had in the beginning. Try to use the certificate you got and get a job, or even try to come up on one of the work program. Okay, that person's writing from America. No, kind of sad. But me say this, and a lot of times people take offense when me say certain things. But this is why, and I see more females complaining about can't finding a good partner, can't find in a good relationship, can't find whatever. And somebody shared with me a couple months ago and say, yes, okay. One of those sort out there, man. Damon, this is not the right night. Alright, Damon, we start 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. You hear? Gary, big up yourself. Hey, Dalvi, big up yourself. We're going overtime now, but this is a very touching thing. So I was saying, we normally hear females complaining about can't finding, a good relationship or a good man and all of these things. And somebody shared me a couple months ago, hurt people end up hurting other people. This young lady now, she's just started having a bad life from 13, and it's like when it's supposed to change, it just got worse because her only lifeline was cut down by a friend, well, so-called friend. And it is sad. It is sad, but may I say, it's going to take a lot for her to, I don't know. It's just crazy. It is just crazy. But when we talk, sometimes people brand me up and say something about me. But even if your life is a life of prostitution, how you allow your daughter? I don't get it. How that not something you're supposed. It's just like, well, I don't know. Maybe them see it like everything else. Because if you're in a drugs and you're picking them reach the age where them can't start rap out the weed, I get them have to start work, right? Because they want to wear the Jordans and all of these things, don't? And them have to make you drop them. But I guess. But I know this of a fact. You have a lot of mothers, and me don't really know how to say this, but you have some parents who, both mothers and fathers, when them daughter reach certain age, worse so if them privy that they may be having a little boyfriend and all of that, them start shirk them responsibility. Now me believe say until the pitney reach 18, because 18 is considered as an adult, you are, how me for put it, the parent's supposed to be the sole provider. So any mother me know I hear of them like a 16-year-old and I say, yo, so you not have boyfriend, make him do this for you and make him do that for you and make him give you. That is actually teaching, and that is what the person did say in the voice note or the WhatsApp earlier that responded to me. That is what the person was saying, that this is how you teach them. So you say, mommy, I want new shoes, and I don't want to go back to big. That girl need for rest in peace now. Me always mention she. But you have parents who push out them pitney to man. And it starts as simple as, beg a taxi driver drive this morning. Me not have no money. Beg Paula drive, cause yeah. And then now, even when you not tell her to beg the drive, she start. And guess what? Paul did have him hype on your pitney long time. Yeah, but she reached 15, 16 now and breast start come up. And, hips and all of these things. And then she maybe end up beg Paula lunch money one at a time. And then she got big Paul one iPhone, and then you get the point of me I make? Yeah, that is how them start the thing. So it's very, very sad. Very, very sad. Nikki said, Damon, that's what I'm thinking. How can a mother teach her child to be a yeah, man, I say, like, I don't know. But like I say again, I think it's the easiest way to make money. Somebody responded, and I always say this, people, you have this immunity. If you WhatsApp me, unless I say use a name, I'm not gonna use a name. I will just read. This person say, lol, it may be the oldest trade, but it needs to end. Way too many innocent women and now men are being victimized by this so-called occupation. Even in Jamaica, the level at which human trafficking are different. Total different something. Yeah, that's a total different something. And you have parents who are, because this is what happened to this young lady. She was being used by her mother because what? This man, and I didn't even want to go there, but I'm going to go there. Some of them situation, yeah, it comes out of where you have some man who they're not making legal money. You understand? Because I can't see. I don't remember if she said the age of the man that was living with she and her mother and taking care of them. Me not see one young man in a fair age group, 17, 18, can afford to take care of a woman plus her mother. So me I say, maybe I want tuggy. Yeah, so him want a money, him just lick down somebody and get a 100 pack or take a job figure do. You get what me I say? So it's like some little loose money where it's not no hard working money. You know, go up on the side, go fling no matter bucket. You understand what I say? And then it work out, him no need for pay no rent, him no need for do none of that because the mother obviously they have a place already. So, you know, and everybody taking care of can mean other things. You know, I can recall one of my past relationships where at one point I was telling the girl that why I not feel comfortable coming here yard. You know, she was at her I don't even know if she's living with her grandmother because she had a big woman. I'm more the other way around. And she said, well, and is my grandmother you think? Because what happened before, her person before me was older, of course, had his own business and all of these things. So when it come to Christmas, him just dash out the money like wagga, sister get money, grandmother get money, whatever. I couldn't afford that. I couldn't. I talk about early 20s. Me didn't even have a steady job. Like my earning was play music at church and then give me like a $500, one like a $200, or me that just starting out in my like a video thing, which after the work them they do free or one little bit of mega money. So I never like not take care of a woman kind of thing. Me couldn't afford to give grandmother money and sister money and all of these things. So guess what? I wasn't really liked. You know what I say? But tuggy life, you know, you're not making your money legal. You can do anything you want to do with it. But this is what I'm saying. That is what, and me take back my speech because at the beginning I was saying, how could she take from it that her mother taught her to be a prostitute? But me I look back on it now. Any mother allow them 14-year-old not just have a boyfriend, if have man living in the house, and the only reason, well, me shouldn't say the only reason, but she was end up benefiting from it. She should have get charged for soliciting funds through selling out our pitney into. Yeah, that is what I think. Anyways, hey Erica, I gotta start set one alarm clock and call you at night time wake up in a pot. What on? Guys, I enjoy the company. I can't say I enjoy the program because it really sad, and I'm just going to read it again for the benefits of those of you who are just joining, so you know feel like you did a watching vein and you just reach home and all of these things. So tell me, Pastor, my mom taught me how to be a prostitute, and this was published August 21, 2018. Dear Pastor, how are you doing? First of all, I want to say that I am a big fan of yours. I was adopted when I was 9 months old. My biological mother used to be a stripper. I went to live with her when I was 13 years old. When I went to live with my mother, my life became a mess. She never used to give me money to go to school. And because I wanted to go to school, I started to have sex with men for money. When I was 14 years old, my mom allowed me to live with a man in her house, and the guy was taking care of both my mom and me. Suddenly, I moved and went to live with my dad, and the guy that used to live with me at my mom's house went abroad and found a new girlfriend, so I started to have sex with guys for money again. My dad was sick. He has prostate cancer, so I had to be helping him with doctor bills. When I was 15, I lied that I was 20 years old just to get a work in a bar so that I could be able to help take care of my dad and his doctor bills. After my 16th birthday, I ran away to start life on my own. I used to live with a guy. He didn't have anything, and as soon on dirty man stay so for real, as soon as he started to get things and some other woman started look him and I just dash out the thing pan him. Sorry, that is not in it. Me just add them there. He ran me out of his house. I went back to my parents' house. I was still 16. I was trying to make a life, but there was no one to help me. I slept on the road night and day, and even went hungry. Fell in love. Finally, I met a young man, and I told him everything. To tell you the truth, he made me happy and let me know what love is again. When I met him, he was 21 and I was still 16. I went to live with him when I turned 17. He kept my birthday party and made me happy again. Not all relationships are perfect. We had disagreements, but he never hit me to hurt me. I don't know, so I pick up exactly what she mean by that. Yes, she get couple bucks, but she not consider it as nothing. He sent me back to school to get a certificate in a skill area. He turned my life around. When I go to visit my dad, I give him money whenever I have it. On my birthday this year, July 1, I turned 18. My boyfriend didn't keep any party for me, but he gave me money to go out and enjoy myself. On July 28th, his own friend killed him. My life has become torn apart. I don't know what to say or do. Since then, I have been having sleepless nights. I am going crazy. I can't eat anything. Can you give me your advice, please? I can't stop crying. So pastor recommended that she visit a grief counselor because she's still grieving. And I can just only hope. But like me, I say, I know some people now, you're in the same position. I say, boy, me the things say my life harder when me I go through and all of these things. I can imagine at 16 you're sleeping on road. And I mean, I don't want to throw any curveball to this, but you have some people who don't believe in living within their means too. And you have some bad pitney where we just do something. But I'm not picking this up from this young lady. I just think she got a bad start. I don't know why her adopted mother, gave her back to her biological mother. As somebody commented and says, not every woman is a mother, and me agree with that. So I don't know. It's sad. Guys, guess what? 2 minutes to 11. We're supposed to done 28 minutes ago. So until tomorrow evening, join me 8:30 if you're in Central Time Zone or Jamaica Time Zone. Or if you are in Eastern Time Zone, I am here starting at 9:30. So until then, I always say, if you can be good, please be careful. I'm going to add, if you can help somebody, try help them. You may never know. Yep. Until then, Magan. Later. Bye. Take care.